And welcome back to another video. So, if you guys didn't see this, on my birthday, they announced that they are starting the phase of preliminary design for a SkyWars content update. Let's go. First of all, good birthday present. Very nice seeing this when I was at work. So I'm going to be going over this whole thing right here, going over some suggestions, kind of reacting like to all of these things that they typed here. All right, so let's get into it. Hello. We're excited to announce that we've begun the preliminary design phase of SkyWars content update. This means that we're still trying to figure out what we want to do with the update, so don't expect it for quite a while. Here's what we're currently considering for this update: prestige improvements. What if you're able to equip any prestige color you had unlocked? This is a very popular idea, at least I've seen in the community. Not just suggested by me, I'm not the first one to ever think of that, obviously. They've had this in the past in other Hypixel games, faster level ups, but more prestiges. I am very for this. Some people aren't. I think it's just a good idea in general, right? So one main thing I was thinking about is like having the XP. Okay, let me plead my case here. So having the XP, it'll still take like 200 wins, 3,000 kills to get a level. And right now, progression is awful in SkyWars. Obviously, they're gonna need more systems, but even 200 wins, 3,000 kills, whatever, that's still way too much for a level, in my opinion. People need to feel rewarded that they're playing this game, and I've seen a lot of the replies in this thread saying that it's just not rewarding. Like, why would they play this game? Because it takes hours, weeks, months to get one level. And I completely agree, the progression needs to be way better. I'm worried having the XP still might not be enough, but I am open for them just doing that change and then kind of monitoring how it goes from there. Better menus to lay out progression and rewards. I'm assuming they're talking about this menu right here, the level progression. Oh, I'm about to level up, nice. Why is 10,000 yellow? It should be green. Game modifiers, potentially exclusive to insane mode, giving them more of an identity compared to normal. I think it could have potential. But insane mode is kind of dying. A lot of people really don't like frog, I'm guessing. I mean, even I quit insane mode because I didn't like it anymore. I would take speed 2 over frog any day. Like I know I talk a lot about like meta, especially in my last video I talked about meta. It's more for normal mode, right? Because that game doesn't rely on speed. Insane mode does rely on speed. You get speed in almost every single chest, and if you're unlucky, well, you just lose. Right, so you need frog to get to mid fast, get all the gear. Or speed 2, you have speed 2 for every fight. You can turn every single fight. Like, it doesn't even matter if you're naked. Like, if you have speed 2 and the other person doesn't, you can just win. And the only way I think they would be able to change the meta in insane mode is to just make it like normal mode in terms of speed. Like, there's no speed. Maybe speed 1. But I honestly am not down for that idea, because insane mode, I like it being more fast-paced because everyone's tanky as hell. So if someone's running forever and you can't catch up to them, and they're already tanky as hell, it's gonna make the games last way longer than they probably already do. Anyways, that's just my that's my non-thought out, non-fleshed out take on it right now. Certain modifiers might get a little insane, but they could also be quite rare and exciting. I kind of wonder what they have in mind for that. I kind of hope they add more SkyWars challenges, honestly. Like, that could have like progression in itself, or also just be fun little things they could do, like adding XP to your win if you win with quests. Reverting the old SkyWars perk system is on the table, however, we want to try some things first. See, and I love this. They're gonna try to make it work, and if they don't, they're gonna do it. Like, I love that. Adding a lot more useful non-niche perks, I like that as well. Adding crazier perks that have drawbacks would primarily be earned from the Angel's Descent. I wonder what that means, that have drawbacks. Like, you get strength for longer, but you take damage? I don't know. And then balance changes, finally, I like that a lot. Potentially turning more perks into global perks, that's awesome. I think I read in one of his replies that he was talking about nourishment, so thank God. And then we just need resistance boost, maybe. The problem about resistance boost, there is a problem. Like, I know it should be glaringly obvious, but over the past few days I've been doing a little bit of research into the community, kind of like gathering everyone's opinions. People were talking about ecologist or like rushing kits in general, saying how if you're running like a rush comp, like with the perks and everything, you're kind of depending on your neighbor not having resistance boost, or the chance that they're not going to have resistance boost, so you can get that free kill. And in my experience, I die even if I use resistance boost, and I still die a lot. Okay, so it's like, to me, I don't think it would be a problem, but I kind of, like, I open my eyes, kind of see that a little bit. But I still do hope resistance boost and savior become part of global. If not resistance boost, then savior for sure. Improved progression. SkyWars currently has coins, tokens, XP, heads, souls, opal. There are probably 1 or 2 of these that can be merged to make the whole system less complex and more approachable for early game players. This is good to make it less complex. I'm kind of curious to see what they have in mind for this. General simplification and rebalancing of the progression system makes it more satisfying and rewarding. I like that a lot because there's not much progression in SkyWars, and there's potential for there to be a lot. Like, even with the soul well, like, imagine something with the soul well you could do that isn't just upgrade like your little soul counter or whatever. right? In the soul well, you get to you can get 3 souls per win. That's one of the perks, yeah. Then you can just buy souls and then harvest in season 5. 5% chance to gain double souls from kills and wins. That's actually very good. There can be progression with this one perk alone, and then we can have like different perks, or maybe they can just remove this and just add it to like the descent or something. Like for the descent, my main thing is I really think Grand Slam should be buffed by like 1 soul, 3 souls per tier when you get a game. And I just miss having access to all of these perks. Like the only ones I use right now, yeah, I think I only use Fruit Finder and then the E-Table perk, new maps, cosmetics, and more. I love that. I honestly think SkyWars has a ton of maps that are very good. The only problem is rotating them. The rotations are abysmal. Like, let's just go to this last rotation. They added Elven, worst map. Frostbound, awful map. Jagged, awful. Magnolite, I don't remember that map. Tundra, I think Tundra's okay. And then they removed Clearing, which, I mean, I don't really like Clearing, but Clearing clears all of these maps. Fossil, Fossil's actually pretty bad. I'm glad that's gone. Mountaintop, actually one of the top maps other than the diamonds. Oceania, very, very good map as well. And also, it's just not even a problem with this. Like, there's a thing in SkyWars, like, all of you that play this game know this. Like, you get the same 3 maps over and over and over again, and then, like, 2 hours later, you'll finally get, like, a map you didn't even know was in rotation. Like, this was happening yesterday. Like, Jinzu's in the rotation, and I streamed for like 4 hours yesterday, and I didn't get Jinzu once. Or maybe I did get it like once. One time, maybe. Same with Entangled. I got Entangled like once. I got Sentinel like twice. And then I kept getting Onion Ring 2, Onion Ring 1, Onion Ring 2 over and over and over again. And then in Teams mode, I just kept getting Neo over and over and over again. It's like, there's something that's not like right. Obviously the bug with Chronos and Onion Ring 1, but there's something that's just wrong, like with the system. And the note, these are just our ideas. Currently, they are highly, highly subject to change. We really mean it. I like that they added the "we really mean it" part. Here's what you can help us with. Which maps are your favorite and least favorite? What do you like about your favorite maps the most? If you were to make one change to SkyWars, what would it be? Kind of going off the maps, I think SkyWars should have permanent maps. Like, you know how Chronos and Onion Ring 1 are permanent maps? Well, they're due to a bug, but they I think they do have permanent maps. I'm not sure. But it's definitely a good idea to have permanent maps. Like Hibiscus would be permanent. Xiaohao, everyone, fan favorite, Xiaohao. Martians a favorite, Tributes a favorite. Like, but some maps should definitely be here permanently and should not be rotated. I'm just trying to think of my favorite SkyWars map of all time, but it wouldn't be because of the way the map is. I like Jinzu, because that map is so chaotic and it makes it so fun. Like, there's no room on Jinzu for someone to stall out and run across the entire map. Like, there's the ladders, but like, you can just build up. You get an axe into the chest, break the wood. Like Onion Ring, you can run across the entire map. I don't know, I just love all the maps that you get instant chaos, instant fighting. It's really, really fun. Anyways, what do you guys think should be added into SkyWars? Absolutely do not change how fast or easy you level. This makes it incredibly unfair. I think most of the people would disagree, including me. I feel bad though, because he mentioned my thread and everything, but no, I disagree. The leveling system in SkyWars is abysmal. Completely agree, they just need to make XP obtainable from quests and add maybe milestones in game for getting XP. Obviously, I don't know his exact thought process for like what his milestones would be or whatever. Make XP obtainable from quests. See, the only way this would help if a level was 10,000 XP was if you get like hundreds of XP per quest to make it even viable. Like 10,000 XP is just awful, but I do like the idea, if they were to keep 10,000 XP, that they would flesh out like more ways to get XP. Like he says here, add kill streaks that grant you more XP every time you get a kill. So I'm assuming, you know, 1 kill you get 1 XP, 2 you get 2, 3 you get 3, things like that. Or maybe it could be different like that. That's kind of a neat idea. Honestly, that should be added even if they have the XP. That's actually a really good, unique idea. I never thought of that. Now here's a chart I personally calculated and made if the XP level was halved. The level leaderboard, this is at the time I made it. It was like a week ago. This is what the new levels would be. So, okay, right now, Lifelong and Espinode have that much of a distance between them. That's like 45, like around 45 levels. And look at the stat differential on these two players. 107,000 more kills and that many more wins. Like, hello, that's like 30,000 more wins and 100,000 more kills. Do you think they're 40 levels in difference? I think there should be way more like of a gap between those two players. Having that XP will kind of show the gap. Like, Lifelong has grinded way more than Espinode. For 30,000 more wins, 100,000 more kills, that's a lot more grinding. So there should be a way bigger gap for 100,000 kills and 30,000 wins. So that's kind of what this does here. Like, you go from the gap from 340 to 460, and it used to be 222 to 179. I don't know if you can really see it. And then it just kind of shows the gap between all of the players. Like, you want to feel rewarded for all the stats you get. So why is Lifelong having that much more stats than Espinode, and then him being where he is, or like where they are currently? And that's the problem with the current system. It doesn't really show all the work that you've done. It doesn't give you the recognition that you probably deserve for getting all these stats. It would still need a little help. This is, I feel like, a good start to showing the progress that you've made. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. If you want me to go over any more of these suggestions, I can have a whole video reading through this entire thread. That was the plan for this video, but it's already, I've been recording for like 20 minutes. So, yeah, if you want to see me replying and giving my own thoughts to these replies, just let me know. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.